Hi there, my name is Michael Lee at the editor group, and today I'm going to be talking about this issue here around improving navigation between projects within a group and subgroup. So it was brought to my attention that, hey, this is an interesting problem. This idea of, if you're within issues or merge requests of a single project, you may be looking at multiple projects and the current navigations between the different projects and subgroups and subprojects. There's no such thing as subprojects, but just projects um, can be difficult because it always takes you back to the home page. So, for example, if I'm in looking at GitLab issues and I switch to a project, say the pajamas design system, I'm taken to the home page and then I had to do an extra click to go to issues. So the proposal here is to potentially allow a drop down so that the user can select and choose the project that they want to jump to. So that seems like a good idea. There are different sites that do this, websites that have countries and states selecting to show different types of content or different applications that manage relationships between a global entity and sites and locations also have this kind of navigation of using the drop down. And that's why I started to look into it, looking at it from a pure standpoint of a breadcrumb. But I also saw that there's also this issue about changing project remembers last view. And this potentially solves this problem where you can like swap between projects as well. So someone suggested this. You can just jump using the top bar here. So if I jump to pajamas, then it will remember to jump to pajamas for me. And one of the concerns that was raised in the past was that the behavior that we have right now of if I go from here and I jump into, if I could just go back to where I was, if I'm within issues here and I jump to pajamas, that would be jarring not to land here, but users would expect to land on the home page. As we have an upcoming solution validation coming up, I think it's a good time to assess whether this assumption we have about this behavior is still valid today after people have been using um, this interface for a while, or so we could potentially allow people to switch to pajamas and then make them jump here. And if they didn't want to go up here, then they could jump home by clicking up this top area as well. So I think we may be able to solve multiple issues with this, but we need to go through solution validation with that. So what I proposed yesterday was changing the menu to be something like this, where you click this top area and you show the different selections here. But after getting some feedback from designers around the discoverability of this and the fact that a few pages are full screen, that having something at the top here would help with navigation. So that would take us back to this design here, where you have the menu popping in open will either open up a simple list or something more robust. And so something with the menu here, and something that Eric and I have talked about was like, could there be something that's done here to show you your context of where you're at the moment? And with the some exploration, I was like looking at potentially doing a drop down with the project name and page title, but this doesn't look very good to me. But I've noticed I know I've seen this before. That brings us to Google Analytics, where they kind of have this similar idea of a drop down and the ability to jump around. So I'll just jump to a quick demo of how that works with Google Analytics. Cool. So here I am within one of my sites, and I'm looking at the location behavior. if I switch this to another project of mine, a website, and I open to that, it will switch context and take me exactly to the same page. If I want to go back to the home page, I'll click in here. So that is a pattern that we potentially could leverage to help users switch between projects. And over the next few days, I will just refine some of the designs to see if this will work in the context of GitLab as well. Thank you.